I'm proud to be going on trial facing a theft charge for rescuing sick, suffering birds from a foster farm slaughter truck. I spent 5 years starring on the television series Baywatch, playing a lifeguard who saved lives, and today I save lives in real life as an animal cruelty investigator. My name is Alexandra Paul. I've been in over 100 movies and television shows, but the thing I'm most proud of is my work rescuing animals from factory farms and slaughterhouses. I had seen whistleblower footage from inside a foster farm slaughterhouse, showing that condemned birds, the sick, the injured, and already dead ones, are thrown to the ground and sometimes get buried underneath one another. In the chaos of the high slaughter speeds that workers are pressured to meet, living birds sometimes get mistaken for dead ones and are thrown in the trash alive. I knew that this cruel fate was waiting for birds on that slaughter truck. I knew the conditions that they were raised in by foster farms left many of them injured, infected, and disabled. DXE had tried reporting these criminal conditions to the authorities, but we were ignored. So we seized the moment to take action ourselves. While hundreds of activists were gathering outside the Foster Farms slaughterhouse in Livingston, California, and a dozen more had set up a blockade at the main entrance, myself and fellow activist Alicia Centurio ran up to the truck and pulled 2 chickens to safety, Ethan and Jax. Ethan was very sick, and sadly he didn't make it, but Jax was incredibly resilient. He's grown into a plucky, fun-loving guy who's always the first one to greet guests at the animal sanctuary where he now lives. He just loves being the center of attention. I'm willing to go on trial and use this opportunity to elevate Ethan and Jax's stories to the world. I'm hopeful that we'll even be able to show evidence of the true crimes that happened that day and that happen every day inside foster farms. I'm inspired by the recent historic victory in another trial where 2 people who rescued dying piglets from Smithfield Foods were unanimously acquitted by a Utah jury. The jurors asked questions in court about the treatment of the animals. The public is paying more attention to this violent industry. They deserve answers to their questions. Jax was just 6 weeks old when he was grabbed from the floor of a barn, crammed into a crate with 24 other chickens, and put on a truck with crates full of birds stacked on top of him. He was going to be driven into the slaughterhouse, dumped violently onto a conveyor belt, then plunged into an electrified water bath that many of the birds try to avoid by pulling up their heads, and then he was going to have his throat slit. That's if he wasn't deemed condemned and thrown away like trash. And the company that was going to do this would have called it humane. Jax's death date was planned for him before he was even born. But because of activists in the DXE network and his own resilience and courage, he's now free to live a full and happy life. Please help us tell Jax's story to the world and defend the right to rescue animals from abuse. Go to righttorescue.com and please add your name.